Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. It's time to head into the North Central Netball League with plenty going on. And joining me on the line is the president of the association, Kylie Walsh. Kylie, so good to have you back with us again. How are you doing?
Thank you. Good, thank you. We had a weekend with no surprises of the final score. So, smooth sailing.
There we have it. Well, let's talk about that weekend. So tell us about some of the results that caught your eye. We had a number of games going on. So firstly, we'll talk about Donald up against St Arnaud. How did this one go?
Yeah, well, this one started quite evenly between the two clubs. St Arnaud tried to alter their structure by slipping Tegan Sword and Isabel Hand either end of the court, which kept their goals sort of at a steady pace. But Donald added the experience of Talia Saylor into the goals, and I think that would have opened up the goaling circle more and enabled Addison Funk to continue her goaling haul. So Donald put their foot down in the second half and had a comfortable win over St Arnaud, 52-34.
There we go. Wedderburn, they had Birchip Watcham come visit them. How did you see this game, and take us through the play-by-play?
Well, as a avid netball supporter and someone who absolutely loves to be still out there, this was a really wonderful game to watch. It was clean. It was played in the spirit of netball from all participants. It was such a great spectacle. It was great to see Ella Turnbull back playing for the Redbacks. They have a few people tripping overseas at the moment, so they've had a couple of fill-ins. But the game was close from the whistle, with both teams capitalising on the any turnover they could find. Wedderburn had a 5-goal lead at half-time. The Bulls slightly tweaked their defence, moving the very fit youngster Gemma Ryan out of defence and into centre and switching their more experienced players around the mid-court. So this appeared to do the trick for the Bulls. They won the third quarter by 6 goals. And as I indicated last week, this game would come down to who would hold their concentration over 4 quarters. And the Redbacks were the ones to complete this task, winning by 6 goals over the Bulls. So despite this loss, I think Birchip Watcham will take a huge amount of positivity out of the game, ready for their next meeting in round 15.
Witchy Narraport hosted Nullarbor. Now, did the Nullarbor fairy tale continue in this one, Kylie?
It did. Nullarbor travelled up to the Calder to meet Witchy-proof Narraport, and their consistency amongst their team and their team structure appeared to be the key against the Demons. Nullarbor applied pressure from the beginning and spread their load across all facets of the court and had a comfortable win by half-time. Witch-proof Narraport made some minor changes in the second half, which was very positive for them, and they were able to claw back the deficit and, in fact, winning the final quarter by 8 goals. But unfortunately for the Demons, their early lead from Maroons were too much to retrieve, and Nullarbor took home the win, 46-38.
Now let's talk about Charlton up against Sea Lake Nandali. Did the home side get on well in this game?
Well, it panned out as anticipated. Chloe Walsh dictated the ring with her, along with her co-goaler Claudia Lee. She played a great feeding role. And at the other end of the court, despite the Tigers attempting various combinations in the ring, Sabrina Thompson, completely shut down the opposing players, allowing the mid-court their teammates to capitalise on the pressure. So the Navies have rewarded themselves with a comfortable victory over Sea Lake Nandali Tigers, 49-25. So Charlton will have the well-earned rest this Saturday with a bye.
All right, Bort, they had the bye last time out in the weekend just gone. If we can, Kylie, can we just switch over to the standings right now for A grade? Just unpack that for us.
Well, the ladder didn't change much after the weekend, so it still sits with Bort sitting on top in A grade, then Nullarbor, Birchip Watcham and Wedderburn. So despite the games over the weekend, and I still think the bye round is still impacting on the between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we've got 3 rounds to go to complete the full round, and so it'll be interesting after that what happens.
Most definitely. Now, just speaking of Bort, like we mentioned just before, that 2-week break, how do you see it working out for them, considering they go into a game in round 7 up against Birchip Watcham seniors?
Well, I think they'll have well-rested legs, so I'm imagining that they're going to play a very, very quick game, particularly with the Isaac sisters running through the mid-court, and their defence is going to be challenging and probably a headache for the informed Bulls bowlers. I think like last week, Alice, it'll be a close game in the first half, but sport with a 2-week rest period will probably test the Bulls across the court physically. And I think that the rest will do sport justice and they'll come home with a win over the Bulls.
Well, I'm particularly looking forward to St Arnaud up against Wedderburn. I think this will be quite a close game. What do you reckon?
No, I'm going to go against you there. I think the structure of Wedderburn and all their family members in it will be too familiar and too strong for St Arnaud, and Wedderburn will have a comfortable win over St Arnaud.
I'm going for the upset, but luckily I'm not a betting man, so we might have to lean on your tip there. Birchip, Watcham, we've spoken about them. That'll be an interesting game. Bort, will they be undercooked or not? We will wait and see. Nullawal, they've got plenty of momentum behind them. They're up against Donald. I don't see them dropping this game. What do you reckon?
No, I agree. I think Nullawal have too much experience and they're very familiar with each other and a lot of experience through the senior ranks, which I think they'll have a comfortable win over Donald at home.
And Witchy Narraport, they come up against Sea Lake Nandali. They'll be the travelling side, Witchy Narraport. Which way is this one going to go?
They usually have a good tussle against each other on court, and I don't think the final score will reflect the quality of this game, but I think Witchy Narrabwood will be too strong for the Tigers, and they'll have a comfortable win.
All right, well, before we let you go, Kylie, there's some shout-outs, I believe, that you're planning to give out in our segment today, and it's also over to you for any other general news items.
Thank you. I'd like to give a big congratulations to Addison Funk. Addison and her family recently attended the 27th annual presentation evening as a representative of Bendigo Academy of Sport. Unbeknownst to Addison, she was awarded the 2022 Bendigo Academy of Sport Athlete of the Year for Bendigo Netball. So Addison's only 15 years of age and she's proven to be a force on court, and she currently plays in various representative teams, which includes the first netball squad at Ballarat Grammar, and on Saturdays Addison plays goal shooter for Donald in A grade. So on behalf of North Central Netball Association, we send out our congratulations to Addison for this wonderful accolade. Also our 13 under, 15 under and 17 under rep squads are participating in the AFL Central Vic Gala Day this Sunday. So this is their final tournament for this season. So we wish them well there. And also this Saturday is the Headspace round. So we're encouraging all supporters within the North Central Netball Association to wear a green or a splash of green. The netball games will be using green netballs. Umpires are getting issued Headspace tops and players will be wearing green armbands. So the theme of this Saturday is Teammates Matter, which is a message being issued by Headspace Swan Hill. During, at the end of each game, a new Gilbert netball will be awarded to acknowledge the player or the Heads On Award. So this won't go to the best on court rather than the theme of the round of supporting their teammates. So it shows that currently 53% of young people experience mental health challenges on their own rather than speaking to someone. So with this theme this weekend, we're hoping to share the message that it's important to support your teammates both on and off the court. And it's a timely reminder for any of the Flow FM listeners, if they're looking for support, they can call Headspace on 1-800-975-115.
Fantastic work indeed, Kylie Walsh is the Commander-in-Chief, the Superwoman. Do a great job, Kylie, of coming on the radio and juggling everything else as well. Really appreciate your time and your efforts.
Thank
you. I guess enjoy embracing that initiative this weekend as well. We'll speak to you next week. Take it easy.
Thank you. Will do.